gave a little face when she said, like, she puts her man first.
Yes, I don't agree with that.
You don't agree that you made a face?
No, I don't agree with putting a man first.
Oh, you don't agree with putting a man first. Okay, so can you elaborate?
Yes, I don't agree with putting a man first because when he leave you, then what? What you gonna have? What you gonna have? If you put your all into a man will leave you with shit and bricks. Can I say shit? I'm sorry.
No, you good.
A man will leave you with nothing but shit in a bag. You know what I'm saying? Like, you gotta have your own everything. So why would I put a man first?
Sorry, when you say sorry, life? I'm so not cool. When you say shit, when you say shit and a bag,
yeah,
because you just slow that down for me. I promise you, I'm like, I am so not hip.
When I mean shit in the bag, I mean like your stuff in the bag and you on your way. He already got the next girl in the house. Like, I don't play those type of games.
Okay, so you guys are specifically talking about, so you're assuming people just don't get married because obviously the court systems favor women. Actually, women will get everything if a guy gets up and leaves.
Saying, okay,
so I heard somebody else say like, oh, like the house and blah, blah, and then you'll have nothing. I'm like, actually, in the current environment of what happens to men in courtrooms, you'd have pretty much everything.
But the man got to want to marry you. These men ain't getting married.
So that's it. You're talking about, so you're basically saying, like, you could potentially be with a person that doesn't want to marry you, but you should just never be with a person that doesn't want to marry you, was what I would say. Like, if you're talking to a guy and he never wants to marry you, then that's a really...
That's why I ended my last relationship. I felt like we were together for too long, and I asked him, like, hey, do you foresee us getting married? Do you see us continuing on? And he was like, no. Straight up. No, but it's okay. I'd rather he was be honest.
Yeah,
like,
that's true.
At least he told you.
Like, no, for real. Not even saying no her by. And I was just like, okay, baby.
Baby, I love you.
That's fine.
So you guys are painting a picture of not needing a man, but actually it's a circumstance where it's a specific kind of relationship where the guy doesn't want to marry the woman. Because, I mean, if a guy said, yes, I do want to marry you, then you wouldn't have this perspective of like, I'm not putting a man first, right?
I would never put a man first because even though this is my life. You know what I'm saying? This is my life.
But if you were married...
If I was married, I still wouldn't put my husband first.
Damn!
It's my
Wait
life.
a minute, hold on.
Whoa, hold on a second.
Okay, so this is how I feel. I feel like you should take care of yourself.
How many girls agree with her? Just out of curiosity.
I halfway agree with her.
Okay. Anybody else agree?
Okay. Because I just feel like that could be why he doesn't want to get married, right? If you're saying like, even if we get married, I'm putting myself first and I'm not putting you first. If I was a dude and I heard that, like, I would definitely say, okay, then I'm not going to marry you.
It's also about coming together. You know what I'm saying? It's also about a union. And I'm saying, what I'm saying is there's a lot of people... There's a lot of people nowadays that doesn't understand what a union is.
Well, I would argue potentially that you're that person because you just said if we got married, I would still put me first. That's not a union.
First, though? Would a man put his wife first?
Yes.
So you should always what I'm saying is I feel like you should always put yourself first. You know what I'm saying? But when it comes to a guy, you shouldn't put a guy over yourself. That doesn't make any sense.
Yeah. So I would offer that in a very productive marriage there is no I versus, it's just we. Like, I am in a partnership, a team, me and my husband. The concept of putting me first, even saying that just sounds so crazy to me in a marriage. Like, I've never thought it once. It's just, it's us, it's the kids, it's our family. Like, I becomes we. And so I would just say, like, maybe when you put that out there to a guy, like then they say, okay, maybe this isn't marriage material because she's telling me that even if I give her everything and I have the potential, then the risk of losing everything, that she still would not make any sacrifices in her life. And
I can agree with what you're saying. I can agree with your statements. But what I'm saying is I haven't came across a traditional man like that as of now. So I'm going to focus on myself.
No, that's fine. I just wanted to highlight that it's a specific kind of man that you're talking about if a guy doesn't want to get married. But also fair, if you're saying the same thing, you're attracting that specific kind of a person. You know what I mean? If you're like, I'm all about me, then he's like, okay, cool, I'm all about me too.
Can I backpack off that?
But like, I told my husband like day one, I want to get married.
I've been in
you know what I mean? I was like, no games. It's a we. When are we getting married? When are we having kids?
Right,
we.
I can agree with that, but then some people have different goals from other. My number one goal is to be a star, not to be married.
Okay. Fair. Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but I'm saying if that might be why you're not getting married.
Yeah, I don't care to get married.
Yeah, it's just it's feeding each other.
I really don't care to get married.
Which is fine.
Can I just a question real quick? Who's your role model in the rap game?
Onika Tanya Mirage.
Yeah.
Nicki Minaj. Got it.
Oh, is that her and her real
role model?
Yeah.
Onika. Yeah.
Fantastic.
Tanya Mirage.
How many girls actually want to get married on the panel? Real quick. Oh, everybody.
Gave a little face when she said,